Hey guys, Adam Winch here with Defenders USA. Hey, I want to tell you about our upcoming training in the month of April. So we're about a month out now. It's February the 19th, or I'm sorry, it's March the 19th in Grand Junction. Anyways, we have a Defenders series that's coming up in April. It's the third weekend of April. It's here in Grand Junction, Colorado, and it's April 16th through the 18th. Now let me tell you a little bit about our Defender series. Our Defender series starts with the concealed carry classes, which is what we are doing tonight. So we'll start with the concealed carry class. Let me tell you, I think it's the most in-depth concealed carry class we know of in the Colorado areas. Not only do we address all sorts of defensive life laws, concealed carry, handgun laws, things like that, we also go far beyond that. We talk about the defense of life within the home, in and around vehicles, on your property, in your businesses. So we go really, really into depth into letter of the law, also moving into the spirit of the law. And it's just so in depth that honestly, as I've looked at different concealed carry courses and attended and talked to those who either teach them or attended others, I'm pretty confident we have one of the most extensive concealed carry courses in the state of Colorado. So because it's a requirement, I'd like to urge you to come to ours. Even if you already have a concealed carry permit, it's important to you that you know the laws as well as the Johnny Cochran who's going to come after you, very likely if you use a gun. So allow us, no matter if you've had a permit from somewhere else or not, please come to ours. Then beyond the concealed carry course, which starts on a Friday evening, say in this case, April 16th, that's our concealed carry course. Then we move into a far more in-depth course from there, moving into the full Defender series. And we now take everything that we learned Friday evening and we start out back in the classroom on Saturday morning, moving very, very deep into the spirit of the law, right? Meaning the letter of the law, which we're mainly doing on the first part of the Defender series, the CCW portion, or CHP portion, is really the letter of the law, or really could say what you can do. When we move into the Saturday morning, we spend a little bit of time in the classroom talking about the spirit of the law, and we go into more depth than we did on the Friday night. And really, could I say it this way? It's what you should do. And oftentimes what you can do and what you should do are somewhat different from each other. In fact, at times they're radically different. Moreover, then we get into all sorts of different things in the classroom for a bit. Then we go down to the range, and we spend a lot of time in handgun fundamentals. And for those of you who are already shooters of some type, when you come to this thing, we're going to work on your grip, your stance, your trigger press, and so many nuances that even we get highly experienced shooters, even the professional shooters, they come to our courses and they always walk away with a ton. So we move into the handgun fundamentals and we start working on, high degrees of accuracy, control rate within fire, just quite a bit, right? We usually shoot anywhere from about 250 to 500 rounds that first day, depending on what we're doing. And the ammo crunch right now, we tend to go a little bit lower. Then after that day, we come back on the Sunday portion. This case would be April 18th. We come back and now we move into beyond letter of the law, spirit of the law. Now we move into the immediate fight itself and then dealing with the massive civil, emotional, legal, even spiritual aftermaths that haven't been in a defensive life situation. So extremely in depth with that and how to deal with that aftermath, both in the short term and in the long term, and how it affects you personally. Financially, you name it. Then from there we move into more things about like what are the right types of gear, guns, calibers that are best or most appropriate for the defensive life. And usually people come in here thinking that all their stuff is pretty good, and then they find out that, hey, there's based on a lot of experience, a lot of research, a lot of science, a lot of everything, that they find out maybe they could have more efficient gear for the defensive life or better calibers, better guns, whatever else. And then we go back to the range. And then we spend time on the range building on all the fundamentals we built the first day. And now we move into not just speed and accuracy from the holster, right? Getting that first effective round on target as quickly as possible. But we also move into extremely high precision. But then we also move into fighting with a gun, right? So, a lot of moving offline and also in positions other than just standing or just two-handed with a gun. We go into one-handed, both sides. We learn to shoot and fight from the ground in different positions, using cover, concealment, defending others even. Say you've got your kids, your loved ones, your husband, your wife, somebody you've got to defend while you're with a gun. We also talk about dealing with the impacts of maybe even been hurt within there and how you've got to fight through that. And we just go further and further and further. I mean, it's truly in my mind, almost a master's course in a sense for the concealed carry holder, going far above and beyond the concealed carry course. So anyways, I want to tell you about our Defender series that's coming up here April 16th or 18th. We have one this weekend in Grand Junction, but hey, you're there, I'm here, and obviously you're not going to make it. So this is one I'd like to strongly urge you to come to. It's already beginning to fill up because these courses are extremely well known and they fill up very well, but we'd love to have you. You'll need simply your gear, your holster, your gun. You'll need ammo for this course. And by the time it's said and done, you're going to go through at least 500 rounds, possibly even more. And we're doing everything we can to keep the ammo crunch down, or the ammo count down in the course because of the ammo crunch. It used to be people would go through about 1,000 rounds of ammo. We've done a lot to really lower the amount of round count while still accentuating the rep count in this course. So if you get to come to this, I'd highly encourage you to. In fact, in my mind, if you're going to be a responsible gun owner or a concealed carry holder, to me, going far beyond the concealed carry course into a Defender series is something that I think is a responsibility for all of us in the gun community. So anyways, would love to have you. Again, I'm Adam Winch with Defenders USA. You can find us online at defenders-usa.com or defenders-usa.com. You can see our calendar there. There's a lot of things that are not on our calendar, but we move into fighting with rifles, long-range precision, all sorts of different things, but I want to let you know that's there. And you can always, of course, contact us through our Facebook page, Defenders USA. So it's a pleasure to talk to you guys. I'd love to have you consider coming to our Defenders series, which also includes the Concealed Handgun Permit Course. And if you already have a concealed handgun permit, you will learn so much. It'll probably make you a little bit grumpy at the previous course you went to. So we'd love to have you here. Again, Adam Winch, Defenders USA. Be safe, train thoughtfully, and looking forward to see you in a course soon.